Well, I actually did finish the hunting of these areas, the hunting map. Now the only thing I have left is the homestead area. And I also actually got the jumping in the trees or the canopy travel. Explore the canopy by traveling 100 meters through the trees. It just means running around in the trees. Nothing special about that. So in any case, I wanted to go because I actually thought that maybe you have a way to do more stuff. Like the trade-in quests. Maybe you need to do them from here. Like crafting these things. I have lots of these. Franklin stove. How about I just... Oh, cartridge pouch. I think this upgrades my cartridges. So now you actually start to get these. Poison dart pouch. Quiver 1. Rope dart pouch. I don't need royal pistol. Smoke bomb pouch. Twin holsters. Yeah, I can actually do that now. Trip mine pouch upgrade. Hanger, sword, iron dagger, light cavalry, saber, stonehead, war club. So I think I should just like make 5 of all of these things. Actually, where's the sewing threads? Poison dart pouch upgrade. I want that. And smoke bomb pouch upgrade. I haven't even used these, but... Takes like so fucking long to actually get these. Poison dart. No, I have that already. I have that already. I have those as well. And you can actually make the naval convoy. So belt buckles. Maybe I'll just make these because I might need them for the trade-ins. And it kind of feels like you're not getting new materials unless you use the previous ones. Cool. I don't know. I need paper for that guy, but I'm not sure if I need anything else. Well, in any case, let's head to the actual mission destination. I have a feeling that I'm going to be going to New York anyway. It didn't actually take that long to hunt the animals out of these places, but I'm incognito? What? Who are those guys? I don't know. I mean, I could use a horse too. So this is the area I couldn't go to actually before. But there's no lootable items there anyway. Kinda looks like a fort or something. Huh. So was I supposed to meet George Washington? Is that you, George? Sequence 9, missing supplies.
Commander,
Connor,
any word on Lee?
not yet. My apologies. I've been distracted. Supply caravans meant for the camp have gone missing. I suspect treachery.
Oh, damn.
A traitor named Benjamin Church, recently released from prison, has vanished as well. The two events are surely related.
What was his crime?
He was caught sending letters to the Loyalists, detailing our troop strength. He claimed it was a scare tactic, that we might avoid war. A poor lie.
God damn that church.
I will find Church for you.
Why? What reason have you to help?
Does it matter?
As you wish. We've received reports of trouble along the southern road. Might be he's responsible. I suggest you begin your search there.
Yes. Benjamin Church updated. He was the doctor guy who wanted to get paid. It turns out Church is either an excellent liar or he changed his allegiances. Why the fuck can I say that? Allegiance says from the rebels back to the British sometime before 1775. That's when he was caught sending coded messages to the British forces in Boston. Rather than being hanged for treason, Church was simply jailed and later exiled. That took some fast talking on his part. His defense was that he was actually helping the Continental Army by exaggerating troop estimates and gunpowder stores. That's some quick thinking. Lucky for Church, the Continental Army only ever knew about the one coded letter. More modern research has showed that he'd been ferrying papers to the British for some time, possibly to pay off some of his debts. Incidentally, his expensive mansion was seized by the newly formed American government and sold to pay off war debts, but not until after it was ransacked by angry rebels. That may seem like poetic justice, but it's somewhat unfair. At the time, Church wasn't even living there. He'd left it to his wife, who he'd abandoned for another woman. Seems he made a habit of betrayal. What a catch. Valley Forge. Didn't I already... Oh, it's a battle. December 1977, June 1978. This was the site of the winter encampment for the Continental Army in 77 to 78. Valley Forge wasn't Washington's first choice of location. My first choice would have been the Bahamas, but apparently that's quite inconveniently located. The valley was mostly uninhabited, and he felt it that would be easier to house and feed an army in a larger town. Congress, on the other hand, wanted the army nearby, keeping it between them in York and the British Army in Philadelphia. Valley Forge was close enough to Philadelphia to harass the British troops there, but far enough away to prevent a surprise attack from the British. A life without surprises, what a thing to wish for. Washington did have a point though. The army had trouble getting supplies and Valley Forge had no housing for the troops. And even though that winter was mild, it was cold for an army where a third of soldiers didn't have any shoes. Mild temperatures also meant it was damp, so disease ran rampant. Thousands died. All of which makes Valley Forge sound like a complete disaster, but the astonishing thing is, it wasn't. The better equipped soldiers took the battles, the others built houses. Nathaniel Greene was named quartermaster and found supplies. They invented subsistence rations for themselves when food ran low. Baron von Steuben and others arrived and began to drill the troops in military tactics and in basic camp layout and sanitation, helping stop the spread of the disease problem. Far from being the catastrophe it seemed, Valley Forge is legendary today as the proving ground of the American army. I imagine it would be of little comfort to those who suffered there. Yes, you got a terrible disease, but well done, you really proved yourself. The army emerged as a capable fighting force though, winning a victory almost immediately at the Battle of the Monmouth. Return to the abandoned church. What the fuck? Even more? Continental Army. This was the army that George Washington led in the American Revolution, made up of various regiments supplied by the states. The army was officially established by the Continental Congress in June of 1775, shortly after the siege of Boston began. In fact, it was formed specifically to deal with the siege of Boston, which at the time was being carried out by the various militia who had fought at the battles of Lexington and Concord. The Continental Army was disbanded in 1783 after the revolution was formally ended, possibly because people agreed the civilian militias were all the colonies needed to defend themselves, but possibly also because Congress couldn't afford to pay them. My money is on the last one. Return to the abandoned church. What do you mean return? Why was I actually there? Who the fuck is this guy?
Ah, Connor. What do you think of my work thus far?
The men are bolstered, focused. It is good you have come.
You are too kind. Lord knows my journey was far from certain. The trials we suffered getting here were strange and many. I dressed as a woman, Connor, to evade British spies. Did you know that?
I did not. As a woman, you say?
It is the truth. King George had already stopped our crossing once in Bordeaux, threatening to seize my newly purchased ship, La Victoire, and arrest me. But I was born stubborn, and such a warning could not dissuade me. So we rode for Spain and bought passage aboard the ship there. George's spies had followed us every step of the way. Disguise was the only remaining option. Mon Dieu.
No man can doubt your commitment, and you are invaluable to the cause.
What the
You did
fuck?
what you needed to do. I am certain I would have done the same.
But of course you would.
Not
I
the-
expect nothing less.
Not the Marquis De Lafayette. Who the fuck is this? And first of all, like, it's like, hey Connor, we're good friends. I haven't even seen you before, but hey, dude, hey, how's it been? It's been so long. We haven't ever met in this game, but don't worry, I know you. What the fuck is this? This is like so fucking half-assedly made. Marquis de Lafayette, better known as Lafayette, and it's not surprising. His full name was Marie-Joseph Paul Ives Roche Gilbert du Motier Marquis de Lafayette. Okay, his business cards must have been 3 feet long. Lafayette was a French aristocrat and soldier who decided to join the Revolutionary War and became one of George Washington's most loyal supporters. I'm sure his friends just called him Men J. Lafayette came to the colonies in 1777, intent on joining the war effort. So intent in fact that he abandoned his post in the French army. When the French army found out his plans, the ship he intended to sail on was seized, and according to one story, Lafayette, dressed in women's clothing to better stow away on another ship heading for the New World. We've all done it. Lafayette had been promised a place in the army before he left France, but once he arrived, Congress became worried that he was just a glory seeker. To smooth things over, Lafayette offered to work for free, and the ever-thrifty Congress awarded him a commission as a major general. That may seem a hefty rank for someone who wasn't quite 20 years old, but Lafayette was both rich and a French noble, and at the time Congress was hoping to secure more aid from the French government. It would have made me suspicious. There's no such thing as a free French. Lafayette was placed as an aide-de-camp to George Washington, probably because that's a French word and it seemed to fit, and the two became good friends. Political connections aside, he was an excellent addition to the army. Lafayette was a natural leader. His first real fight was at the Battle of Brandywine, where he was wounded. Despite that, Lafayette organized and led an orderly retreat which saved hundreds of lives. In 1779, Lafayette returned to France where he negotiated for more troops to be sent to fight in the revolution, exactly what Congress had hoped for when they hired him. After Lafayette returned to the colonies, he was placed in charge of the French troops and was responsible for chasing General Cornwallis into Yorktown. There were other people there too. It wasn't just one man chasing another into a town. That would have looked undignified. After the war, Lafayette returned to France, where he was a leader during the initial part of the French Revolution. Unfortunately for him, he advocated a constitutional monarchy and had to flee when that wasn't enough to satisfy the general populace. He returned to the United States in 1825 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the revolution and was greeted by adoring crowds. In 2002, Lafayette was declared an honorary citizen of the United States, one of 7 people to ever receive the tribute. Arrogantly, Lafayette didn't even bother turning up to that ceremony. That's the French for you. Gee, I wonder why. Like... That's like so fucking random. Why is there a guy fucking drunk on the battlefield? Or like in the campment? Yes, we are ready to kill everyone. But I'm also drunk. Cool. Sounds cool to me. So what am I supposed to do in the abandoned church? And actually, I need to do these things. I need to kill the enemies with the rope dart predator moves. Like the game just skips some things randomly. Like for example, it could have actually shown the whole, this is how you use this, you use that. Instead they just gave it. Here, have this rope dart. You can use it. Okay, thanks. How's Tang? What the fuck?
Father. Connor, any last words? Wait. A poor choice.
Come to check up on Church? Make sure he'd stolen enough for your British brothers?
Benjamin Church is no brother of mine. No more than the Redcoats or their idiot king. Oh, I expected naivete, but this... The Templars do not fight for the crown. We seek the same as you, boy. Freedom, justice, independence.
But...
But what?
Johnson, Pitcairn, Hickey, they sought to steal land, to sack towns, to murder George Washington.
Johnson sought to own the land, that we might keep it safe. Pitcairn aimed to encourage diplomacy, which you cocked up thoroughly enough to start a goddamn war. And Hickey? George Washington is a wretched leader. He's lost nearly every battle in which he's taken part. The man's racked with uncertainty and insecurity. Only look at Valley Forge to know my words are true. We're all better off without him. Look, much as I'd love to spar with you, Benjamin Church's mouth is as big as his ego. You clearly want the supplies he's stolen. I want him punished. Our interests are aligned.
Really?
What do you propose?
A truce. Perhaps some time together might do us good.
The guy was about to kill him.
son, after all,
Okay, let's do a truce, man. What? This...
I can kill you now, if you prefer.
You can try.
Excellent. Shall we be off?
Do you even know where Benjamin Church has gone?
I'm afraid not. I'd hoped to ambush him when he or one of his men returned here. It seems I'm too late. They've come and cleared the place out.
Church was
I
it not
may be
church?
able to track him.
Analyze the clues to learn what happened. Like, this... Who the fuck wrote the plot for this game, honestly? Damaged good left behind. Like, this is...
There were rations inside the crates. Medical supplies and clothing as well.
This is just... stuff. Stuff happens. Like, honestly, this... I read that cat tracks in the snow first.
Snow has obscured the tracks, but enough remains that we can still follow.
There were cat tracks in the snow.
Just my luck. Going to freeze to death if I don't get this fixed.
We can help.
You Ben Church's man?
The fuck?
Well played.
Hey! The guy just ignored that. Does he just ignore that? Like, what the hell? Yeah, that doesn't even work. What a shitty weapon. Wait, he died! What the fuck? He actually died from that. What the hell? What a weakling. Okay, I'm just gonna catch you now. Out of the way, rabbit.
It was not wise to run.
What do you want?
Where is Benjamin Church?
I don't know. We was riding for a camp just north of here. Is where we normally unload the cargo. Maybe you'll find him there.
Enough of that.
You did not have to kill him.
Let's not waste time with all this pointless banter. Go catch up with the rest of Church's men. Infiltrate that camp of theirs and see what you can discover.
And what about you?
I'll go drink some
Never you
tea.
mind. Just do as I ask.
I'll just go and drink some tea. That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually gonna fuck this dead body, because I'm a corpophilic. What the fuck, man? This is so, like... Stuff just happens. Do not hide in the hay cart while following the convoy. Do not get detected while eavesdropping on the convoy. There's some dude over there. What the hell? Can I actually kill him or... I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like I should... Like, there's a dude over there.
Way to go. They should have done that a long time ago. All this fight. There's no purpose. The crowd should win in the end. To waste all those lives chasing a field notion breaks my heart.
You can actually kind of run around in this. Yes, I'm trying to jump there, and the guy is just like... Eavesdrop successful. Okay. I'm...
Looks to be in order. Go and see the foreman. There's another run planned for tonight. I'll go bring the wagon and meet up with you later. Oi, where's the foreman? Center camp, near the... Thank you kindly. Won't be thanking me when you hear what he's got planned. About time you showed up. Listen here. Boss wants us to try something new tonight. A raid. No more convoys. We're to steal from the Yank camp itself. Valley Forge? That's right. You sure about this? It's not my business to be sure or not sure. I just do as Church asks. If you're so concerned, take it up with him. Is he here? Of course not. Hiding in New York the last I heard. Trying to keep a low profile. What, on account of him not wanting to go back to jail and all?
Hold on, what was the... Yeah.
All right, I need...
Look what we found.
What the hell?
He was creeping around the camp all suspicious like.
Must be a Yank spy.
Nah, he's something else. Something special. Isn't that right, Haytham? Church told me all about you.
Then you should know better than this.
You're not really in a position to be making threats, are ya?
Not yet.
Saved Haytham from Church's men. Weep. Weep. Oh shit! Okay, guys. I have Captain Kid's powers now. The powers of Captain Kidd.
Once you've dealt with these louts, meet me in New York.
What?
You mean to just leave?
He's leaving!
If you can't handle a couple of mercenaries, then we've really no business working together. Unbelievable.
Okay, fuck your weapon. And now you die. tough guy. Hold on, what? I did a disarm and it actually just cut off the... Like, insta-killed that dude. I don't think you can loot any of the... actual useful items in this one. Or the usable ones. Like, I can pick up the cartridges, but... Oh, you get poison darts too. Huh. And rope darts. Okay, okay. You get them as well, so you should be looting these guys too. You get everything. Okay. So what does he want now? Washington? What? Is that like something important? I guess I should go and see it. For the ammunition. Well, that's kinda excessive. Flintlock pistol. How can you actually change the... Oh, like this. Royal pistols. Pirate flintlock is stronger, but royal pistol is like balanced otherwise. I guess I'll just use that. Although to be honest, it feels like there's... It honestly feels like these are really pointless, all of these. Like, you don't even fucking need anything. You can just use the basic fucking weapon. And that's about it. Like, the game is kinda silly. You can just go to the fort and take them down by yourself. Hello. Isaac Potts' house. Fucking Potts. This was George Washington's headquarters during the winter of 1770. The house was owned by Isaac Potts. It's a simple country house in the ever-popular Georgian style. The president of Congress wrote that Washington lives himself in a hut that is a little contemporary cabin such as one inhabited by the poorest boor, which is exaggeration bordering on slander. Washington lived in a tent for his first week at Valley George Watch, but then moved into the Potts house with his entourage. The rest of his soldiers were housed in temporary log cabins built around the valley. However, this house isn't exactly the lap of luxury either. The rooms are small and it would have been cramped quarters for the military meetings that took place here, and the 25 people who ate what and slept inside. It must have been like an 18th century frat house. It's said amongst Washington's greatest achievements was the invention of beer pong. Anyway, the house is a compromise between Washington's need to convey the image of a leader, but not place himself too far above the people he leads. So, what are these? Are these like optional quests or something?
I have failed them, Connor. Only look around to know my words are true. This revolution once seemed a righteous thing. Our cause pure and just. We asked only for what all people deserve. Liberty, equality, and respect. The Empire should have embraced us. Instead, they pushed for war. A war it seems they are now destined to win. I dared to dream of better things. Behold what it has wrought.
Such dark thoughts will cripple a man. But only if he lets them. Look again. Out there stand men and women determined to be free. Such a struggle is rarely easy and never without sacrifice. I've often asked myself 1,000 times if I would not be happier back amongst my people, living a quieter, simpler life. But if I abandon my cause, if you abandon yours, Commander, who would take our places? And what would become of the people who rely upon us?
It isn't right that they should suffer when I do not. If the ground must be their mattress, so too will it be mine.
And what about the storm?
If I can't take a stand against some snow, then there really is no hope for us.
Conway Cabal. The Conway Cabal was a supposed conspiracy to unseat George Washington as the head of the Continental Army and replace him with General Horatio Gates. The fact that you're far less familiar with the name Horatio Gates perhaps tells you how successful that was. Thomas Conway was an Irish-born soldier who'd been educated in France. He served as general under Washington but corresponded frequently with Gates, mainly about how bad Washington was at his job. Now generally if you want to keep your job, you don't bitch about your boss to everyone who'll listen, but apparently nobody ever told Conway that. He wouldn't last 5 minutes on any social networking site. So when Washington got wind of some things Conway had written, none of which were complimentary, it exploded in the face of both Conway and Gates, who had to go before Congress to clear their names, which didn't work out for them. That's some historical debate as to whether cabal is the right word for the whole thing, and it sounds more like an internal squabble to me. However, there was some very public criticism of Washington at the time, since he's just lost the battles at Germantown and Brandywine, while Gates had won a big victory at Saratoga. It's not surprising that Washington took Conway's letters as a sign that his subordinates were conspiring behind his back to replace him. In the end, however, Washington supporters rallied around him and the whole thing ended with Gates apologizing and Conway being forced to resign. And that would have been it, except that despite resigning, Conway remained very publicly critical of Washington. That is, until one of Washington's supporters put a stop to it, by shooting him in the mouth. Simple, effective, though not generally in the employer's manual.
What news do you bring me?
No news, Commander. I was merely curious how your assistants were faring.
Without them, we would be lost. It's as simple as that. With Lafayette drilling our men, it's possible our next engagement will not be one-sided. Have you had the opportunity to meet Casimir Pulaski?
I have not.
The fuck is he?
Unfortunate. He's another of these soldiers we've hired from overseas. A Polish man capable of fighting on horseback, the likes of which I have never seen. I intend to name him Commander of the Horse. And when spring comes and the battles resume,
Commander of the Horse.
the regulars will fear the charge of his patriot cavalry.
I look forward to that day, Commander.
As do I, Connor. As do I.
Casimir Pulaski. Casimir Pulaski, or to use the Polish spelling Kazimierz Pulaski, was a Polish noble and a cavalry leader who fought on the side of the rebels during the American Revolution. Pulaski was a fighter in the Polish resistance during the late 1760s and early 1770s. Unfortunately for him, he was on the losing side and had to flee to France. Poor guy, having to flee to France. There he met Benjamin Franklin, who was keeping an eye out for any experienced military commanders who could help the rebel war effort. Franklin wasted no time sending Pulaski in the direction of George Washington. Pulaski joined the Continental Army in 1777 and made himself immediately useful at the Battle of Brandywine, where he prevented George Washington from being surrounded by the British. He probably saved Washington's life, along with the lives of many in the Continental Army. As a thank you, Pulaski was named a brigadier general and placed in command of the Continental Army's cavalry, which at the time was extremely small, scattered and mainly used for scouting. After some tensions with his superior officers, Pulaski resigned his commission and was allowed to start again elsewhere, training a small corps of lancers and infantry that, for reasons which should be obvious, became known as Pulaski's Legion. Is that it? Tadeusz Kosciuszko, born 1746, more commonly known as Tadeusz Kosciuszko, and even more commonly mispronounced. This gentleman was a Polish soldier who served as an engineer in the Revolutionary War. Kosciuszko was the son of a Polish noble and learned military tactics as part of his private schooling. He joined the Continental Army in 1776. His full name was Tadeusz Andrzej Bonaventura Kosciuszko, and while his surname may sound like a sneeze, but Kosciuszko was in charge of founding and training the much-needed corps of engineers for the Continental Army. He is probably best known for overseeing the fortifications at Saratoga, which were crucial to the American victory there in 1777. He also helped build the fortifications at West Point, the ones Benedict Arnold tried to sell to the British. Who the fuck is that Benedict Arnold? There's the missions for him. When the war ended, Congress promoted Kosciuszko to Brigadier General, probably just so they could call him Brigadier General instead of attempt his name, but also clearly in recognition for his service. He returned to Poland where in 1794 he led a rebellion of his own, now known as the Kosciuszko Uprising. He lost and was jailed for 2 years in Russia before being exiled to France. Get this, after he died, Kosciuszko left some of his money to Thomas Jefferson with directions that it be used to free and educate black slaves. Unfortunately, Jefferson never bothered to use the money. It was returned to Kosciuszko's heirs in 1852. Huh, interesting. I mean, I don't understand why the fuck would people from other countries actually... I'm supposed to go to New York. Why people from other country would actually bother going to a civil war, basically. Like, this is... What? It's not allowing me to... What? Oh, never mind. It's actually this way. I'm dumb. Okay, so that's the main mission. I also have the Benedict Arnold. Should I just go and see what the fuck they are? What is a Benedict Arnold mission? But in any case, 1 month later. Like, I don't understand why people would actually go fight in another country's civil war. Like, civil war. What is this?
Beat us for begging.
Oh, it's this.
Just distract them for a moment, and we'll take what we need.
Yeah, I'll distract them.
They're too close, mister. Draw them out farther.
Now, this is distracting. What the fuck is this? Like, imagine that being distracting. I mean, sure, it distracts them, I guess. Fresh water. So what is Benedict Arnold mission? Oh, I can't use that here. I don't know how that works. What the fuck is going on in here?
How dare you call upon me after Monmouth?
I have nobody else to turn to.
Huh?
The Culper Ring informed me that West Point's been infiltrated. I believe they intend to murder Major General Benedict Arnold.
I still do not see why you need me.
The loss of such a figure would be devastating to
What?
the cause. It must be done without my soldiers'
Why
knowledge.
they
The
were...
idea of the Patriots being
Huh?
breached would be crippling to morale, to the war. Will you do it?
It will be done. But never call me.
They were completely friendly before and now they're suddenly like, fuck you, man, I hate you. Like, what the fuck is this? Makes no sense. Like, makes zero sense. Predator moves. Goddamn Predator. What the fuck? And what are these? Like, it didn't even unlock anything. Ah, that's actually... That's the assassinator. I mean, I might as well go and talk to whoever it is. You.
Might I have a word? Name's Dobby Carter. Couldn't help but notice you're getting involved in the goings-on in our borough. Thought we might be of service to each other.
What is happening here?
Ever since the war kicked off, merchants have been demanding high prices for the good of the cause. Profiteering is what that is. It's high time the folks round the way got a fair shake.
How can I help?
That easy. That's a change. Set these up nearby when you get a chance. It's part of a bigger plan I got. Come see me when you're done.
It's kind of strange that you get to do this.
Merchants are still gouging people around here. We'll talk again soon.
You can start doing the missions before you even actually get introduced to these guys. I feel like that's kind of a... Oh, wait a minute. Travel to West Point. West Point? What the fuck is West Point? Do I want to travel? Well, fuck it, let's...
I don't much care where you find.
Protect our family from eviction.
Just get me the money, or you'll suffer the consequences and be removed from your home. It's not complicated. Oh, good day, sir. Have you come to pay?
Darling, take the children and stay out of sight.
What the fuck? Here. No! What the fuck? Well. Okay, now it actually changed the...
Bloody so. Well, I thank you nonetheless. I can rest easy knowing this extortionist won't be back threatening my family.
It takes so long to reload these weapons. But for whatever reason, it actually just undid my bindings. Again. Like, this game just fucking sucks ass with this. Hey. God damn it. Like, it's just poorly made, honestly. Like, the fucking shit just undid my stuff. Again. Like, here, you want to equip these pistols onto the left side. Even though you didn't do that. Because, you know. What the fuck? Get that shit out of my face. Another thing, why did it teleport me all this way? Even though I was here. What the fuck is West Point? And why can't I travel there otherwise? Benedict Arnold. For 1741. Benedict Arnold was generally in the American Revolution and America's best known traitor, though I'm not sure that's what he would have printed on his business cards. Arnold also happens to be a war hero on the American side, though many people don't know that. Before Arnold turned traitor, he had a reputation both for bravery and for genuinely caring for the soldiers who served under him. He was instrumental for the rebel capture of Fort Ticonderoga in May of 1775, and his leg was crippled during the Battle of Saratoga in 1777, so he certainly put the effort in. Unfortunately, his career advancement was spotty. He had a habit of getting into arguments with his superior officers, which is usually not a good move if you want a promotion. While George Washington recommended him for various commands, other officers had no use for him. When Arnold was given command of West Point in 1780, he promptly tried to turn it over to British in exchange for £20,000 and a commission as a brigadier general. That's the spirit. The conspiracy was uncovered before Arnold could actually betray the fort, and he fled north. Nobody knows for certain why Arnold betrayed the Americans. His frustrations in being passed over for promotion obviously had something to do with it. But there's also speculation that Arnold had significant debts. The money he'd been promised would be sure to settle that. Unfortunately for him, he never received the promised cash, or at least not all of it. Since the British didn't actually capture West Point, Arnold only received £6,000, and while he did become a brigadier general as promised, nobody trusted him. Once a traitor, always a traitor. That is right. What is this area? West Point. Huh? Traitor in our midst. Find the spy and kill him without being noticed. Is it Benedict Arnold? Identify and kill the two spies without being detected. I mean... I think I can do it like this. The good old poison darts.
To me!
Locate the remaining spies. Oh shit, this is... This is a... I wonder if you can actually... climb this thing. No. Do I have to do this without being detected or... Unfortunately, that's all of my stuff. What the fuck is that guy doing now? Wasn't this open earlier on? I really need to get to this place from the front gate.
Sir, I need a word. It's important.
Get back to your station, soldier.
Okay. I mean, it didn't even say that you need to do it with before. Or rather, you can't get detected. Yes. The magical fucking magic men who know where when something happens there. Not to mention, why the fuck would they, like... What the fuck? Yep, this is the... Okay, so the guy magically teleports here.
What in God's name are you doing?
That man was a British spy. He intended to kill you, Major Arnold.
What?
What the
General
fuck?
Washington learned of the plot and sent me to foil it.
Indeed.
Then I betrayed
We
them.
need all the support we can muster. Some of my men are leaving on a munitions delivery to a nearby camp, and I need you to escort them. Find John Anderson upon your arrival. He'll have further instructions. Questions?
How much am I
No.
getting paid?
Good.
Like, you can't even do this. Like, there's no way to get into this place without actually sneaking, and then the enemies will spawn here instantly. West Point missions. Use all of the recruit abilities too. What is that? West Point missions. Help protect West Point from spies. Use all of the recruit abilities 2 times. Stealth assassinate guards while they're distracted by a riot. Perform a double assassinations with a musket. Make snipers fall to their death. Kill a snitch while he is escaping 5 times. Craft artillery 4 times. I have no idea what those are, but sure. So the next mission is here. These don't even show in the tracker. Or do they? Hmm? What the fuck? This isn't even listed here. Benedict Arnold missions. Whatever. I assume I can actually... I can't even... Yeah, I can't... I can't quick travel, fast travel to this place. For whatever reason. I mean... I don't know about this. I'll see them later. Let's just go with the main mission next, I guess.